Welcome to the Hired Gun Podcast with your host, the Hired Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? This is episode 103. The first episode of a recap. Alright, so let's get it done. So last night was SmackDown. So, like I said on the channel, I was wrong about the lineup of what was doing the main event. Because I thought Cody and Gunther was on the main event, and they didn't. They didn't. They went on first. Now, mind you, I understand why they went on first because of what they did. All right, first it was commercial free. That's first of all. So, you know, so let me get into the details on this commercial free stuff. I don't know if y'all know about this yet, or heard me talk about this before. So here we go. So, when you're younger and you hear commercial free for anything when it comes to wrestling, you get all excited and happy about it because of the fact that you're like, oh, it's commercial free. It's commercial free. Like no commercials and everything. And then you don't notice this shit. You don't notice this shit until it's done. I mean, if you get older or somebody lets you know that a commercial free show in the beginning fucks up the whole show after that. Then it fucks up the whole show after that because of the fact that you and this doesn't matter when it's done because if it's done if the commercial free is done at the end, you're gonna see it then too. But since it was done in the beginning, you see afterwards all these commercials through the whole show after that because of the fact that they had to make up for what they did in the first hour. Alright, like the first 30 to 15 minutes of commercial free, they gotta make up that shit then. Alright, and it fluctuates the time of certain things. Certain things might be getting cut, or they don't even do it because of the fact that they don't have time to do it now. Now, this also happens when you got somebody like The Rock or Stone Cold who takes up time. Right? Then that time got to get put somewhere else. Alright, or get cut somewhere else. Because again, it'll happen if they get this match at the end. Alright? You would have seen more commercials in the beginning of the show. So you can make up for what's going to happen at the end. But they get it in the beginning. And again, I understand why they get this in the beginning because of that. And plus, what they was gonna do, some fuckery. All right, because I told you that Gunther wasn't finna win. All right, because he had too much power. All right, and then I know hindsight for Gunther, he felt like Sammy was on screw over Cody, and that's why he put him in the put him as a referee. But he also should have thought about this shit in a different way. Just because Sammy and Cody going through things doesn't mean Sammy ain't going through things in his head about being a good guy. Regardless of what him and Cody got going on. And, that lasted. Sammy and Gunther lasted mid-match until Sammy slapped him and then Gunther powerbombed him and then here we go. But it was a good match for what it was. Right? And then Sammy did a fast count for Gunther. I mean, hold on, how to say this. Sammy did a 1, 2, 3 fast count and Cody won. Alright? So So then they went back in the back and they had their first commercial. They had their first commercial. That was in the back, and you had Sammy fussing, you had Gunther fussing, you had Cody fussing, and Cody he wanted storm back out to the ring and said, you know what, fuck it, restart the match. So Sammy was like, no, 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 and Gunther took him out again. Right, and again Gunther came back in the ring, and they was fighting again. All right, and then this time, Sammy came out and he hit Gunther with the hula kick, and um he got DQ'd, and now we at Cody 3, Gunther 1 when it comes to them fighting each other. Now like I said before, like I knew Gunther was going to win. Now, but this is beyond this now. Now we went from almost a year of Gunther not getting pinned, and I understand that there's ways to look at this and how they protect him, and it's horseshit to me right now. It's horseshit. Yeah, we went a year without this man getting pinned, with this man dominating, to this nigga getting pinned twice in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. My bad, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Right? What the fuck are we doing? The aura he had for retiring John Cena and retiring AJ Styles has fell to the fucking wayside now. Like it has. It has fell to the fucking wayside now because niggas don't know how to fucking book people or be creative enough to tell fucking stories. Gunther should have beat Cody. I don't care what Cody is to them or to me. Gunther should have beat Cody the first time. I know you still would have got your third match out of this or fourth match out of this. And I understand you want to go into Night of Champion as Cody the champ. And I understand that this shit was gonna be a 3-way regardless. All right, and that's my fucking point. You still could have booked this shit the way you booked this shit. In a different way, with Gunther being champ, right? Going into Night of Champions. This shit could have still happened. How it's happening. The feud with Sammy and the promo with Sammy would have still happened with Cody and Sammy. Alright? If Gunther was champion. Now, what do you do at Night of Champions? What do you do at Night of Champions now? Do you let Cody win? Because we're going in the deep waters with SummerSlam. Do you let Gunther win because he's old this shit now? Or do you go for the cheap pop because he knows Sammy's gonna get a mad pop in Saudi? I don't know. Like, in one way, I want Gunther to be champ. I do. But in another way, I want Sammy to be champ because it'll be his first time, and it's time. If it's not time now, when will it be? And this time, Sammy shouldn't have to go to creatives or Triple H and say, "Hey, I think I should be champ." Cause he shouldn't have to do that last time when he fought Drew for the belt in Saudi, and he was undefeated back then. But he went in the back, and because you know why he did that? Because he heard that Cody and Drew did that. and this is why Drew was champ. But Sammy should have thought about this shit, right? There was no way they was taking the belt off of Drew that soon. All right, even though recap on something. I don't know who we're gonna see Drew McIntyre back. Like he's doing the Highlander movie. He got two other movies he's gonna do. At first they said he was gonna be back for SummerSlam. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. You know. So we don't know when that boy coming back now. Or like we don't know when he coming back. And that sucks because like SmackDown's missing Drew. Yeah, like there's two people that SmackDown's missing: Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. All right, but we'll see what happens. Because Night of Champions is what next week, I think. Yeah, next week. Um, but going going on to SmackDown, more SmackDown. So I was still wrong. I mean, I was right about what wasn't going to be the main event, Jay versus Javon, which they had a good match, and Jay won clean. There was no so Ryan's right about that. Like there was no interference in that match. Jay won clean, and I know you got fans. Uh, wait, fans, the real heels. They were mad that Jay won. Now, sometimes it's okay to be mad about stuff, right? When it makes sense to be mad about something, right? In this case, no, no. Like y'all knew Jay was winning this because it makes no sense for Javon to even get booked to beat Jay and to go to the finals to fight over. Cause he ain't beating over. Jay's not beating over. I guess we get into that. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let me. Nah. We not doing that. Okay. All right. So it's kind of had this discussion about Jay. I mean, not Jay. About over for winning the whole thing. So Ryan could be right. All right. Over might fight two nights at SummerSlam. He might fight um, the first night against Brock, and then he might fight the second night against Roman. All right, like it's time to think about that now because Jay's not winning the whole. I mean, and if Jay wins the whole thing, that's cool. That's cool, but I don't see it happening. Even though they did the tease of Sammy beating Cody and having to fight Jay if Jay win the whole thing, you know. But again, Jay had a good match with Javon, um, and Jay won. And now you get all these dislikes and everything on YouTube and everything, which was gonna happen. And now they calling Jay Hogan Jay because he's winning. Now, mind you, when Jay first started off on his single run, Jay had 50-50 booking back then, right? And people were mocking him or saying, you can't count him main event Jay if he always losing and stuff like that. Now he's winning, and people just wishy washy on him now, you know. And some people want to call that. Some people want to say that the main event, not main event, the bloodline is stale, right? Because they need something to bitch about. any center that you're playing. And like I said, Jacob and uh, Jacob was there. Jimmy wasn't there. Jacob was there, and he was just there to talk to Solo again. I'm telling you, tell him to hurry up and make a decision. You know, now and mind you, that story got played out played out more last night because not Jacob, Solo was talking to the Thomas brothers, and they were like, "The bloodline ain't our business, dog. All right, and you stay in the back. You stay in the back for our match." And the Thomas brothers lost us to Solo last night for the tag team match, for the titles. Because even though they told him to stay in the back, he still came out there and distracted them from their match, and they lost. And they lost. So if it was me, I would put the Tiger Brothers with Finn, aim for the front. I would put the Tiger Brothers with Finn, and let them run stuff a little while. I'd go that route. I'm not even gonna lie with you, buddy. Have me a little mini Bullet Club. Uh, 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 Now, obviously, we can't call it Bullet Club because hell, AEW can't even call it Bullet Club. But having a little Bullet Club um, um, uh, uh, group. There we go. Fashion. You know. I would really go that route. I would really and just make Finn the leader like he was in New Japan. You know. But um, and Finn was in the back and did the whole did the whole R-Truth and Damian Priest thing, Judgment Day. Speaking of Judgment Day, they mentioned Rhea was hurt again on in the back. This time Jay said something about it, her being hurt. So they mentioned it. It is where do we go from here? And then they also added Jade versus Tiffany Stratton at Night of Champions. They added that, and then eventually we got the Cody versus Sammy versus Gunther match added. All right, so we got so right now we got Jade versus Tiffany Stratton for the United States title. We got what else we got Cody versus Gunther versus Sammy. I'm pretty sure I heard because Mello and Trick fought last night for a shot at the number one contendership for the United States title, and Trick won. And that's Trick won. That's I'm sorry. Ricky Saint won, which they protected Mello as much as they could last night when he lost. Which, whatever on that. But Ricky Saint won, so I'm pretty sure that's happening too. This is more like a SmackDown show than anything. Not me, but like the Night of Champions stuff. Cause I don't. So we got we got Cody versus Gunther versus Sammy. That's one match. You got Liv versus EO. That's two matches. You got Trick versus Ricky Saint. That's three matches. You got that's three matches so far. What am I missing? What am am I missing right now? Oh, you got Tiffany Stratton versus Jade. That's 4 matches. I think that's it so far. No, you got versus versus Jade. That's 5 matches, right? Is that it? Is that it? No, 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 no. It's not it. Then you got Seth versus Seth versus Robert in the cage match. That's 6. Now I'm not sure about the trick in Ricky St. Max. I'm not sure if that's even a thing. I know it's a thing, but I don't know if it was put on the pay per view show stuff. But so far we got 5 or 6 matches, so I'm cool with that. All right, and the main event was uh, Charlotte versus um, Liv. Now, mind you, they protected like a lot of people that lost last night. They tried to protect as much as they could. Now, I'm not gonna go on a rant what they did to Charlotte, uh, like I did with Gunther because they had to protect Charlotte and how she lost. So Jay them jumped Charlotte in the back, right, and took out her knee. So Charlotte was doing it less than 50% against Liv. Liv won. Liv won. And I'm not against Liv winning because I know where we going with Charlotte. Because Jade ain't beating Tiffany. Alright, and we going with Charlotte versus Jade at SummerSlam. That's gonna happen. Now, it may change up because of the fact that we still don't know the seriousness of Rhea. Now, mind you, Rhea, I seen Rhea on the live storm today or last night. Whenever that video happened, I seen it today, but I don't know. I think it happened last night, and she's not wearing a knee brace. She's not. She had regular clothes on. I think she had shorts on. And she was moving around. So it can't be like she's hurt, but it can't be that serious that we gotta worry so much about it right now. Let me not say that because Pfeiffer said that the injury is serious. I mean legit, not serious, but legit. But she's not wrestling that. She's not wrestling that night of champions. That ain't happening. She's been mentioned, but she hasn't been seen on TV in a minute now. Like a minute. So, but Jay is not winning against Tiffany. Now, mind you, Tiffany brought up some stuff to what's her name, Chelsea Green backstage on why that Tiffany is not fucking with her. You know, because all the pick on like being picked on this shit. You know, so we'll see how that go. Like eventually they finna tag, like keep tagging. You know, until Tiffany turn on her, and then Chelsea Green's a face. Whatever gets Chelsea Green pushed, I'm for it. For it, even though she won't be a serious character because he said that it gets her nowhere, it gets her off TV, which sounded true. Just trying to, but let me do a recap on the Jacob situation. I mean, not Jacob, like Raw. So next week we get what do we get next week? We get a tag team match, the women's tag team match next week. Uh, Special time, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. So either I'm coming on at 1 and either I'm coming on at 1 on Monday. We'll see. We'll see about that, y'all. Because the time says like I can either come on that Monday before Raw comes on, and then I come on Tuesday talk about that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Um, And then we got the men's tag team titles too. The, the Street Profits have to win. They have to win. Like, and they've been in this category. I mean, they've been in this. They've been this way. Uh, Not this way. They've been in this situation. There we go. This situation before when either they had to win the tag team titles or what are we doing? When they was on SmackDown, that happened. They had to win them, or why are they together still? Now, win or lose, we still there because they won them. Then what? So then after they lose them, then what for them? Right? Because it's time to break. I mean, I hate to say this, right? But it's time to break them up because the fact that, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, boy, but the tag team, the tag team division is already shit." Like, I hate to say this too. They should have never split. They should have never split up the tag team titles. They shouldn't have. They shouldn't have. Like, they should have let the tag team title. They should have let the tag team division, the tag team champions, just rotate back to Raw and SmackDown like they do with the women's. You would have had a better tag team division then. But 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 and I'm kind of salty on WWE because they didn't bring up June 19th, uh, 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 like they should have. Well, hold on. Adam Pearce brought it up. He did, but WWE as a whole didn't bring it up. This is fucked up. It is AEW did. It did. It did. So, you know. But I'm looking forward to Raw. And now what happened on Raw last week is we got Roman pretty much giving Jacob second in command. And then you pretty much got Jay giving dirty looks. I mean, Jimmy felt some type of way too. Right, he did. He did. But this is more about the shift in the bloodline when it comes to certain things. Alright? This is more about, you gotta catch the reaction from Jay. And then even Friday, even last night, Jay won on his own, which, Ryan's been saying the bloodline are gonna do things on their own. Now, we'll see how this go with Jay and over. All right, because if we try to pull this whole winner on his own against over don't beat Jay in 2 minutes. But it's not. But that's not gonna see. Brock's getting involved in this match. All right, all right, and I feel like Jacob's gonna get involved in this match too because Roman told him to. All right, like I can see this going a whole lot of ways, uh, uh, for Jay to win. And all that may happen, and Over still win. So remember, it took 6 or 7 F5s for Over to lose his first match on the main roster. Okay, all right. So there's that. All right. So Roman gave Jacob the Ula Fala, like a different kind of Ula Fala, which, like, the people on the internet made fun of it and they taught it a shit Ula Fala, which is whatever. Fans don't be fans. They shoot heels of any company. Any company. But it is what it is when it comes to that. But that it was more more moving the story along on what happened. And then you seen that Roman had control over Jacob because he took out a celebrity, if you want a comedian, all right, all right, like Roman told him to stop, told him to go, told him to keep going. I do it one more time, And Jacob listened to everything Roman said, everything, everything. All right, and then when it was time to take care of L.A. Knight, you know, the Jimmy had to talk to L.A. Knight, and then Jay came out there and was fussing with L.A. Knight, and then they tried to take out L.A. Knight, and it didn't work out. And then Jake came out there and took out L.A. Knight, which that's gonna lead to L.A. Knight versus um, Jacob. And LA Knight's getting the street to the wolves, dog. He's gonna talk his shit, alright, and he's gonna keep getting street to the wolves over and over again. And that's not to say we're not gonna get LA Knight versus Roman eventually, but he gotta get past Jacob first. Definitely gotta happen. Definitely gotta happen. Um, oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of the bloodline, and I haven't talked about this. Um, Zilla, you know, uh, I try not to talk about him because of the fact that I never feel like it's gonna happen. But if it's gonna happen, now's the time. Because because they have interest in him now. He's been in the NXT headquarters recently. All right, and they get entered, and he's been training with Booker T. All right, and again, there's no he's going to NXT for a little while. It's gotta happen first. All right, it's gonna happen first so they can mold him a little bit better. All right, but he's around. He's around. I don't know how many dates he got with certain other companies still. Alright, but it looked like it's gonna happen. It looked like it's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna spend that much time on it, but he is being talked about. All right, and then for anybody who think they're gonna ease off on the bloodline takeover, this is not gonna happen. It is full steam ahead, and that's what they want. This is why Roman's champion. This is why we see the Usos and Jacob on SmackDown and on Raw. Right? Because it's a takeover. It ain't going nowhere. Like it ain't going nowhere. Like it's not. It is definitely not. Um, then you got stuff that happened with TNA, not TNA, yeah, TNA, or you know, with some releases and everything that happened, which sucks. And then they got some signings that happened too. Troy Miguel signed back with TNA. So if I'm gonna say this about other people that signed back with TNA, I gotta say it about him too. First of all, he's hurt right now. He got like he had like a knee injury that he had when he fought Ali, Mustafa Ali, um, so a couple weeks ago, right? And we haven't seen him since. Right? He signed back with them. Right? Second of all, where's he going? Now, as much as I want him in WWE, Like I don't think the E wanna like mess with him, right? Like I wish they did. Like, but but again, he can't go to AEW. It's been it's been tried twice, and whoever is in the back don't like him, or higher up don't like him, don't want him there. Because he even got a contract with AEW, and it still didn't happen. You know, like it still didn't happen. Um, but they released Tommy Dreamer and they released Sammy Callahan, and said, it's funny. You don't hate like, and I get it. You angry that you got released or you got fired, and now you want to like talk shit about the company, you know. All right, and Sammy Callahan, that's what he did. Like yesterday, he came on and he talked shit about he talked shit about TNA and how he wasn't supposed to retire when he retired, and uh, said that TNA is playing it safe. Like ever since they got signed, so they knew TV deal and everything, and how in the back, like how in the back is it, like it's been weird. What is he gonna say? Hmm? Hmm? Like he just got fired, so of course he's gonna talk shit about TNA. Of course that's gonna happen. I mean, Tommy Dreamer didn't. Like he went the higher route, and you don't get a lot from like wrestlers who get fired. Like you don't. Look at Gail Kim. Like yeah, Gail Kim takes shit like talk shit about TNA as much as she can, right? And then when fans call her out on it, she's so shocked that it happened. Like why you coming at me? Because all you do is talk shit. All you do is talk shit about the company that put you over. You when he didn't, right? Right? And I'm not saying TNA is saints because they're not. They're not. And I feel like they getting ready for a sell to either the E or somebody else. And I say either the E or somebody else because of the fact that even if somebody tries to buy TNA, right, that'll be can match the offer and buy TNA. That can happen. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. Uh, I know AJ Francis signed up with TNA too. Um, there was somebody else who signed up with TNA. All right, well, where's AJ Francis going? And I like AJ Francis. I do. So where's he going? And he promotes AEW better than anybody. I mean, not AEW. He promotes TNA better than anybody right now. But we'll have, and then Matt Hardy praised TNA too. You know, and he's been a good soldier and promoting TNA and praising them. Even when it's hard to praise him, he's still praising them. You know, so that's good to see. Um, what else can I talk about? I mean, AEW is doing AEW things. I think they got a pay-per-view coming up pretty soon too. Forbidden Door's coming up pretty soon. Like I said, I think we get Night of Champions first, and then for Forbidden Door next. All right, and then TNA has Slammiversary coming up. But if I'm not mistaken, Slammiversary, whatever AEW pay per view they got going on, and NXT pay per view, I think all three of those pay per views are on the same day, just different times. So one of these reviews won't be getting watched fully. So I'm watching TNA when it comes on, and then I'm gonna watch the NXT stuff. Alright, and then whatever. I mean, I could do some move around because I'm pretty sure I can. No, no, I can't. 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 To the CW is be on TV. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see on that. But all three pay per views are going to be on the same day. I'm pretty sure TNA's pay per view is coming on earlier in the afternoon. And after that, who knows? Who knows? But I'm gonna end the show with that. This is the first recap. Promise you I do it better next week. Alright, and I have more information about stuff. But this is the first episode for this. Alright. But make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you gotta watch wrestling. Make sure you gotta leave a comment. This is the Hired Gun with the Hired Gun Podcast. God bless. Love you. I'm out.